UvaldeRadio.net. Good evening. It's Robert Miguel checking in live from Broadway 830 at 100 East Main Street in downtown Uvalde. Getting ready for Friday Night Live. We do it every Friday night here in beautiful downtown Uvalde, featuring the rising stars of Texas music. And tonight, man, we have got a treat. As far as I know, we're going to get an appearance by Ms. Kendi Jean out of Fort Worth, Texas. Now, Kendi's not here yet, so we're just going to start this Friday Night Live interview segment. We're going to start it without her. Hopefully she'll get here, she'll get settled in, and we'll get her on the air before the live show starts at 7 o'clock. Typically, you get an artist interview at 6 p.m., and then at 6:30 p.m., Coyotes football takes over this tonight, live from Fredericksburg, as the Coyotes take on the Billies. So check out Simon Pops Ortiz at 6:30 right here on UvaldeRadio.net, right after we wrap up Friday Night Live. So, again, Kendi Jean is our featured guest tonight. She is not here yet, but just a little bit about Kendi. She's out of Fort Worth. She's a singer-songwriter, does some Texas country, a little bit of Americana, has a very unique sound, a just amazing voice, just a fantastic songwriter, just one of my favorite people. So we're going to talk to her, get to know her a little bit in just a few. Right now I'm going to start off with the first single that Uvalde Radio played. Now, she's got several radio releases under her belt, but this is the first one we got on board with, so check it out. This one's called Your Eyes Are Lying. This is Kendi Jean on UvaldeRadio.net's Friday Night Live.
I see you trying to play it cool. You must think I'm somebody's fool. Well, no, I saw you stare when I walked in, and you turned around with that devilish grin. And there you go, pretending like it was nothing. You're trying to hide that wicked smile, but I can't let you hide, boy, that's just not my style. Well, you can lie to you all day, but I know you can't help it, babe. You're hooked and you can't walk away. Well, you're trying to play it cool, yeah, boy, you're trying. Saying you don't want this, well, deny it. But baby, you won't see me crying, 'cause your lips are saying one thing, but your eyes, baby, your eyes are lying. You're just a fish hooked on my reel, but you don't like the way that feels. Well, no, you're always leaving when I'm coming round. When I'm looking up, you're always looking down, but I feel your eyes burning holes through me. Well, you're trying to play it cool, yeah, boy, you're trying. Saying you don't want this, well, deny it. But baby, you won't see me crying, 'cause your lips are saying one thing, but your eyes
UvaldeRadio.net. It's Friday Night Live at Broadway 830. The address is 100 East Main Street in downtown Uvalde. You know the place. If you're a local, you've been here, you love it, and we're going to have you back here tonight. Our featured artist is Kendi Jean out of the Fort Worth area, and right as soon as I hit that last song, boom, she was right here behind me. Like it's October, like a ghost, just popping up behind me. So, welcome, Kendi Jean here.
Thank you so much.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing good.
So I already kind of asked you just a little bit off the air, but how was the trip? How was the drive?
It was really nice. You know, it's kind of therapeutic to drive that far by yourself.
It's
about 5.5 hours, but yeah.
So you came in through Concan, Lakey, all those little small towns.
Lakey is so beautiful.
Yeah, all the hills.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous.
And it's beautiful. It's fall. It's
all
not too hot. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, just a beautiful drive.
It's great to have you back in Uvalde. It's
thanks for having me.
been the first time, it's been a couple of years now.
I think it's been 2 years,
Closer to 2 years than one.
Maybe a year and a half, yeah.
So it's a treat to have you back.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. You've got a brand new single, which is called... I thought I had it loaded up here, but I don't. I loaded. See, I was just saying earlier, "Your Eyes Are Lying" is still my favorite song because it's the first song we ever played from you guys. I like it so much. I loaded it up. So the new one's called "Slow It Down," and I'm going to load it up right now so I don't lose my spot.
Oh yeah.
But we just played Your Eyes Are Lying, and you had several singles even before that.
I did,
that you put out. So give us a brief history as far as let's do that right now. Just you put out a few singles to radio. Obviously, you got some material on Spotify. What kind of product? What's out there for people to consume from you?
Yeah, I mean, like from the start of it was April of 2020 when I threw my very first single out. It was called A Real Good Handful, and it was a real, just kind of like some innuendo, but a fun little sassy country song, and and landed me on the Texas country music chart for the first time, and that kind of got me hooked on doing this, and gave me a little, enough success to get me to stay and keep trying.
So how many singles deep are we in now? How many is this official radio
charts,
releases?
I think this is 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
that's in
years.
4 years?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And most of this, I mean, as far as I know, you're more of a self-promoting thing too, right?
I am completely independent.
I mean, you've worked with promoters before at some point, but not recently, right?
Right. Yeah. Mark Sebi is the only promoter that I've really worked with besides Dusty Moats, and he's got Powerhouse Promotions.
We love Dusty. They're doing
awesome.
Good work. Good people.
They're both so awesome, and it's more just trying to figure out, how much farther I could get, or like if I had the help, if it would change anything.
Well, we were also talking off the air before we went on about how you've got to do a lot. I mean, you're the artist, you're the performer. I'm sure you're booking your own shows.
I do my bookings.
So it's hard to do all of it effectively.
I do all my marketing materials, but that's the part I really enjoy.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, I mean, just for the radio station, same thing. It's like I'm doing it all. Really, it's kind of a one-man show. So,
and I'm just very hands-on that way anyway.
Yeah. And it's your brand, so you're kind of a little protective of it. You want to make sure it's up to stuff.
Yeah,
what you want out there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You do a great job on all that stuff.
Thank you so much.
Again, we got Kendi Jean here. She's performing tonight for Friday Night Live. Let me give you the rundown. We do the interview right now. We'll wrap it up at 6:30. Coyotes football takes over at 7 o'clock. Live music here in the patio with Kendi Jean from 7 to 10 p.m. Come on out here, enjoy some artisan pizza, some cold beers. They got fantastic October drink specials, and again, live music from Kendi. Did you bring any merchandise? Can we buy a T-shirt or a CD or anything tonight?
Oh man, I probably have something in the car.
Okay.
My car is just jam packed because I ran some sound this week, and then I also have Hey Girls on Sunday, and I gotta have 2 towers for that, and so.
Well, we got to talk about Hey Girls and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So let's go and play a song because I don't want to run out of time. You want to do an older one, or you want to go and do the current single and talk about that afterwards?
Totally up to you.
Let's do the current one now so we don't run out of time later, okay?
Gotcha.
So the new song is called Slow It Down. We're going to play it right now, and then we're going to open it up and unpack it all right after we play it, okay? So, again, Kendi Jean, her latest single called Slow It Down. I'm sure you're going to hear some version of it tonight here, maybe?
Sure.
At Friday Night Live at Broadway 30. This is UvaldeRadio.net.
Like a boat on the tide, we'll just drift by and by. You and I will be fine. We'll just take our time and slow it down for me. Slow it down for me. When I'm in your arms, I am free. This song in my soul needs you out on that floor. Slow it down for me. Heartbeat to heartbeat, your hand in my hand, we'll just dance. We'll float through the crowd like we're floating on clouds. No one else in the room. It's just me and you. So slow it down for me. Slow it down for me.
UvaldeRadio.net, Friday Night Live at Broadway 830. Hey, I'm Robert Miguel, and we are here with Kendi Jean, and that was her new single called Slow It Down. And we're excited to have you performing live here
I'm excited
in
too.
Uvalde for the first time in about a couple of years.
It is such a pretty night too.
So, yeah, and I think that maybe it wasn't fall last time. Was it hotter and it was kind of muggier, humid?
I think so. I think it was summertime.
I think it's going to be a better situation this time around. So the last time you were here, you had a travel companion. You had your
I did.
I guess your other band, your sideshow thing. We'll talk about the Velvet Smokeshow also as well. But you have a different travel companion this evening. Let's go talk about that before we unpack Slow It Down.
This is Georgie. He's a puppy. And this is his first road trip with me. It's not going to be his last.
He's quiet.
A band dog in training.
And he's a good-looking guy, man.
He's so cute. So Billy Joe Jones is another Texas country.
We love Billy Joe.
I know. She's amazing, and she's a friend of mine, and her dogs had puppies, and this is one of their litter.
If Billy Joe happens to just swing by this podcast later on when it's published, I had the pleasure of sitting with Billy Joe and her husband at the Bree Bagwell Christmas show last year in Fort Worth at Billy Bob's.
They're great.
She did her own, Bree did her first annual Billy, and it was like snow, super cold at night. Yeah. And I remember, I drove from Uvalde to Fort Worth to see it. And I was so heartbroken for Bree because so many people just didn't show up. So many people are scared to get out in the cold.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cold.
Yeah.
It was like nipple chafing cold. It was terrible, But I'm like, thinking to myself,
and not in a good way.
If I yeah, right. Exactly. But I was like, if I could make it out from Uvalde, you guys could, come from Cowtown or Dallas.
People don't know how to I think they're scared of other drivers really more than anything. We don't know how to drive in snow in Texas.
So shout out to Billy. Let's go back to George here real quick.
Yeah, Georgie's precious.
So how long have you had him?
I've only had him about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Okay. Yeah, so he's new to me.
Already training him up.
Yeah.
Road companion, that's good.
He was a really good travel buddy.
Maybe he'll get really big and more
I don't think
scary
he's gonna get
and
much bigger.
More of a protective kind of presence.
A guard,
right.
Band guard dog. I don't know.
Now Texas
he's
country,
very fluffy and cute.
Texas country females are going the way of Paris Hilton lately. You guys are all, and then you got Morgan Ashley who's carrying around a monkey these days.
I know she is a little monkey. It's so cute.
It's insane. Okay, so back to seriousness. Got a brand new single. Slow it down. Give me the backstory on the who first of all, who wrote it? Where did it come from?
I wrote it.
Nice.
And I didn't have a co-write on this one. It was really just I really tried to capture I liked to do a throwback and I've done that a couple of times. And Busy Bee was kind of that way too. Mm-hmm. And so this one kind of reminds me of a 50s waltz. Yeah. And some of my friends said I sound like Olivia Newton-John.
That's a good thing, yeah.
And I'm going to take it, But it's got some really, really beautiful...
First crush.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was either Olivia Newton-John or Daisy Duke for me. Princess Leia maybe is up there.
Oh, yeah. You got
definitely
Princess
top
Leia
5.
in there.
But yeah, so...
Oh, yeah.
And I think we forget because of Sandy and Grease, how there's just a great vast catalog that Olivia Newton-John had musically, So
just a really beautiful voice.
When we lost her, a little while back,
yeah.
I took a deep dive back in her catalog, and I was just like, oh my god, her voice is just so amazing, and the songwriting, just the song she picked, it's just good stuff. So that's a great comparison.
It's very ballady. Yeah. And this one is very slow. The title is very appropriate. On my music chart that I have at home, it says painfully slow, and it really kind of is, but it's supposed to be. It's supposed to feel like a slow dance. It's a waltz, and it's got beautiful violin in it from Milo Deering up in Dallas. I recorded at SG Studios, and Greg did a really good job kind of getting that old throwback feel, I think, and the vocals, the way that it's mixed, feels kind of like they did in the 50s.
So how does it differ, I guess, from Inception and from you just strumming it on the guitar or playing it on the piano?
It's not a real difficult. It's a pretty simple concept. It's only 3 chords, and it's it's a waltz. So
I guess what I'm asking is, do the contributors, do they tweak it with you a little bit, or how the producers in it?
Really, I had a pretty good grasp on what I wanted with this one. I wanted it to feel like a sway, and so the strings really, I think, do everything for this song. And then there's some little piano chucks in there, some little doo-wop, and that kind of comes in like the 50s, and it all just flows like it's supposed to. It feels like you're just slow dancing or doing a.
And you're so good. You're so good at that throwback sounding stuff.
I love it. I really do. And I try to give it a fresh feel. This one, I don't know if it feels fresh or not. It feels different, which I think is always good.
Well, I feel like these days, if you're not, if you don't have an audible click track and a dance remix to it, then you're sounding good. You're above the mark anyway, already automatically.
Well, we could do that too. We could throw a beat. We could throw a beat back there.
I think it sounds like a Kane Brown song or something like that. But again, we got Kendi Jean here. She's performing tonight here, Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde for Friday Night Live. Okay, so any other details about the song and where you taking it? Obviously, you released it to radio. What's the release been so far? I know you just put it out to streaming. So what's the initial? It's pretty brand spanking new.
It is very new.
What's the initial response so far?
The first week out, and I'm already on the internet chart, so I'm really excited about that. I think I debuted at 60 in the 60s, which was I was very surprised and pleasantly surprised, and I'm just always appreciative for you and everybody else that's just supportive of us independent artists.
Speaking of internet chart, we mentioned Mark Sebi earlier.
We did,
you managed to wrangle in emerging female artist in 2021.
I did.
And that's from the internet chart
Yes.
standing, so that's good stuff.
And I passed that baton off to Billy Joe.
Yeah, very good. She traded off for a nice puppy dog.
I did. Yeah.
That's a good trade. All right. So shout out to Mark Selby out there doing that TIRC,
Yeah.
Texas Internet Radio Chart, which Uvalde Radio, we are a panel member of that as well, too. Yeah, you made your top 25 debut for us this week,
Yeah,
I believe, too.
I saw that. Thank you so much.
And I'm sure it'll just keep on climbing. So I guess let's go and do another song because I want to make sure. I want to play Busy Bee if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Uvalde is the honey capital of the world.
Oh, that's so cool.
So we have an annual honey festival. It's kind of our thing. So it really resonates here in Uvalde.
That's awesome.
And we should get you to do a honey festival one time.
Oh, yeah.
They're
I'd love
tough.
that.
It's June. It's so hot. But we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. This is Kendi Jean. We're going to talk more about it, wrap it up here in a few. I just want to make sure we get some music in and make sure people know exactly who they're listening to. Because, you know, one of those, like, hey, I've heard that song. Yeah, I want to come out and see her. So this is Kendi Jean. It's called Busy Bee. And this is Friday Night Live on UvaldeRadio.net.
Town like something's going down. Yeah, I hear it. They're glancing my way with pity on their face. I don't need it. You're calling every day with all your wicked ways. It's tempting, so tempting. But I'm gonna stay away 'cause I don't wanna come up empty. And you're just a busy bee, buzzing from tree to tree. You don't stay still long. You're moving on. You're just a busy bee.
UvaldeRadio.net, Friday Night Live. We're at Broadway 830 with special guest out of the Fort Worth area. Kendi Jean is back. I got to make some more noise.
Woo-hoo.
Kendi, it's so great to have you here.
It's so good to be back.
I haven't seen you in person in a while. I think the last time I saw you live and in person might have been one of the T3R awards, right?
I think so.
In Arlington.
I think so.
You had your signature red hat, as I recall.
I did.
You're kind of doing a beige-ish kind of thing today.
Yeah, I got a new hat.
Are we straying away? Is red retired? Or?
No, red's. It's a real special hat.
It's a special occasion hat now?
Well, I bought the hat the day that I signed my contract with the studio. Mm-hmm. So it was like kind of a present to myself.
Right,
but they shaped it, at the top of it's shaped like a rose for my daughter Molly Rose, so it's never going to get retired. It's a real special hat. It's got a story and everything.
Now we were just talking off the air about, we just played that song Busy Bee. Again, shout out to Uvalde, honey capital of the world, great fitting song.
It.
But family-wise, so you've got a kid that's going to be celebrating birthday, Halloween.
I do. My littlest is a Halloween baby, and he'll be 11.
Give us as much personal information as we can. Just whatever.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to throw everything out there, but tell us a little bit about your family life, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever
I put music on the back burner because I started having a family. I've got 3 babies. They're not babies anymore. I've got a 17, 15, and almost 11-year-old, and I'm a single mom. And I just bought a house, and we're just kind of like doing the thing, you know. And my ex-husband and I are great friends.
Uh-huh.
And we have a really good.
That's
we're
helpful.
Like the best co-parents.
Mm-hmm.
I really think there should be an award for us because it just flows great. And I wish everybody had that because I have a lot of friends that don't have that.
It has been, contentious at best. I mean,
man,
it was honestly my only son. He got married recently, and I feel like at his wedding, we were the coolest and closest that we. I mean, something about watching your ex-wife, the mother of your son, do a dance at his wedding that kind of makes you just kind of forget about.
You put all the beef aside, and it's just like, these are
really healthy.
That's what life's about, though.
But we're talking moments. Like a couple of decades of But it's fantastic. So what else do you do when you're not doing music or not taking care of single mom family? What else
really, that's it. I mean, my music is pretty full time, like you were saying earlier. It takes a lot. It's a business. It's not just music, and I gig over 200 times a year. So like I'm Thursday through Sunday every week. I'm doing music, and then I'm mom Sunday night through Wednesday night.
Fantastic.
And I still take them to school. My oldest daughter has special needs, so she'll probably always live with me. And so she's a little more hands-on.
I've seen her online.
She
seems like a fantastic human being. It's awesome.
She is just the definition of joy. She just has such a light and just makes everybody happy.
So I mean, I think it's tough enough for women in the music or industry as it is.
Yeah.
But what would you say is like the hardest part, the biggest obstacle as far as just hustling like you do and while being a single mom?
Oh, man. I think the biggest challenge is just balance. Yeah. Okay. Because I was talking to you, too. Right now I have vocal fatigue, and I'm trying to not speak. Like Mondays and Tuesdays, I try to be like as quiet as possible.
A day set aside for that. I need that.
I really
I'm in radio,
have
so I kind of always talk.
I have band practice on Wednesday nights, so I only have, if I have a gig on a Sunday, I really only have 2 days. I'm
save
not
it for a while.
singing,
wow.
And so it's really just.
So those kids are getting away with bloody murder those 2 days because you can't yell at them.
They are, yeah. So it's basically like between that. Being a mom and then all of the singing, it's really just being able to balance, taking care of yourself and all of the ways.
Well, you seem like you're doing a great job. Again, we got Kendi Jean here. We're going to have to wrap it up soon. We are going to be going to Fredericksburg live for Uvalde Coyotes high school football. Awesome. We have got special guest commentator Van McElroy, who was a 1978 graduate here at Uvalde High School, and he happened to go on to join the LA Raiders and win a Super Bowl. So he's going to be a guest commentator here on high school football tonight on UvaldeRadio.net. Meanwhile, we got a couple of minutes to wrap it up with Kendi Jean here. Give us all the social medias, the website, all the ways to find out and
Absolutely.
Get your music.
Everything's under Kendi Jean Music. So KendiJeanMusic.com or Kendi Jean Music on all my socials.
And what you got any cool gigs coming up or any? Just talk about Hey Girls. You got your showcase.
Oh yeah, so Hey Girls is my pet project. I really love it. It's a female songwriter showcase. I've done it. This is my 3rd year, but this is the season finale this weekend. And normally I have 3 girls on plus me. I have 4 girls on, and I have Rachel Stacey, Jen Ford, Bailey Ray, and Cynthia Roush, and then myself. And it's just going to be such a powerhouse just set of female artists
And
from
this
here in
happens in
Texas.
Fort Worth at what location?
It's in Weatherford,
Okay,
on
Weatherford.
Tavern on the Lake and the Marina at Lake Weatherford, and it's from 1 to 4 on Sunday.
And how often do you do the showcase?
Once a month.
Cool.
Yeah, and
Nice.
I just do it March through October.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
for
stuff.
weather. But
So, guys, find her at Kendi Jean Music and all the platforms,
Yeah.
the website, all that good stuff. Be sure and listen for her new single, Slow It Down, which is in rotation here on UvaldeRadio.net, and maybe download it on wherever you know.
Absolutely,
Buy
and
it.
then follow along because I've got some really cool stuff coming out next year. It's completely different than what I've ever done. I'm so stoked.
Any other fast, heartbreaking news that we just need to know about Kendi Jean before we get to?
No, not at all.
That's it.
Everything's just kosher, and I'm just happy to be doing what I'm doing.
All right. Well, thank you for being out here, and thanks for bringing a little Georgie out here, man, making
He's
his
happy
debut.
to be here.
Yeah, it's fantastic stuff. So it's been great catching up with you. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Get you back on down to Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde, Friday Night Live. That's going to wrap it up here with Kendi Jean on UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you, ma'am.